Dads who own a small business, let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like that small business of yours is becoming one big heavy ball and chain? You built this thing to give freedom for your family, but you're constantly juggling a million tasks. Phone calls are interrupting dinner time, text messages are buzzing during story time, and during your kid's soccer game, you're scrolling emails on your phone. You're getting caught up in all this stuff that's demanding your attention, and you're missing the moments that really matter. Were you ever at your kid's soccer game and they saw you scrolling instead of cheering? Yeah, I say that because I'm totally guilty of that. My name is Ben, and I'm the founder of Super Simple Pro, and I used to live in that constant tug of war. Either I had to grow the business or I was home, but I was still mentally working. My kids would say, Papa, 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 just to get my attention. And by the time they said it for the third time, it finally registered, and I felt pretty guilty about it. So if you're like most dads running a small business, you feel chained to it. That's a normal feeling. It happens to everybody. I wanted to share a quick story. I was pushing my son at the playground. I was in real estate. My phone rang, and I had this moment where I realized if I don't answer this call, I could miss a big opportunity. But I'm here with my son, who I promised I'd take to the playground and give him my full attention. So I had to make a choice in that moment. Do I answer the call because I need to provide for my family and I can't really afford to miss any opportunities? Or do I ignore the call, continue to give my attention to my son, and possibly miss that opportunity? It was in that moment that I decided there had to be a better way. And that's what led to this thing that I want to tell you about. It's a system for dads. So keep listening and I'll tell you how I've solved that problem. But if you're putting out every fire, you're trying desperately to grow your business, to find new customers, you're always on a treadmill searching for new marketing hacks or ways to get new customers in the door, and you feel like you're working nonstop, even though you aren't actually at work all the time, it might sound familiar to you. So my breakthrough wasn't some fancy marketing hack. It was actually systems. Pretty boring, right? Well, boring works. When you have the right systems handling marketing, sales, follow-up with customers, and your reputation, then you get to stop being the bottleneck in your business. And you stop being glued to your phone all the time. You don't have to be involved in every single minute detail. So the small business growth system for dads is like a well-oiled machine. It's a system that you can have access to, and I'll put some details in the comments. But basically, here's the rundown. It gives you a smart website, a smartphone number. It helps you get found online. It integrates local SEO, and AI is woven throughout it. I don't talk about AI very often, but it's really the key that keeps everything running so that you don't have to be involved in every detail, like I said. But it's a 24/7 digital salesperson and assistant that handles your phone calls, your text messages, your Instagram DMs, and it's constantly building your reputation, teaching people about what you offer and the problems that you can solve for them, and bringing new customers in the door. It's getting attention, bringing them in the door, and then helping them refer their friends and family so that you can build your customer base without having to waste a lot of money on ineffective advertising. We've had a lot of success with businesses that are in different industries: barbershops, real estate, finance, construction, contractors. But I want to tell you a story about Ray. Ray has a barbershop in New York City, and he didn't have a working website. The team kept missing calls because they were busy with their customers a lot of the time, but they still had a big barbershop with 12 or more chairs that they had to fill. And so we put up a new website for him as part of this system, and it started bringing in customers because it was local SEO focused. And he didn't have to do anything or lift a finger or pay thousands of dollars for a fancy web designer to put up a pretty website that didn't actually do anything for him. The website brought in customers. It engaged and communicated with those customers through a chat, through text messaging. The system answers phone calls when his team can't answer them. And Ray's business is thriving. He's not chained to every single task. He doesn't have to worry if he misses a single phone call. And we've helped dads in home services who are busy with their hands and they can't answer the phone all the time, and they can't constantly be posting on social media because they've got actual work to do for their customers. So if that sounds like you, where you're busy with your hands, or you're just not wanting to have to be busy all day long, all evening long, or have to work all day in your business, and then come home at night and figure out how to do the marketing part and the extra sales part and the advertising in addition to the day-long efforts that you're putting in at the business, then this system is for you. So I invite you to ask yourself, what's your biggest challenge in your business? Are you missing calls? Do you have a system to follow up with those missed calls and turn leads into loyal customers? How would your life change if your business worked for you instead of you constantly working for your business and taking your attention away from your family to do that? If you're ready to stop being chained to your business, then I invite you to try out the Small Business Growth System for Dads. You can visit supersimplepro.com and sign up for it there. But if you aren't quite sure and you have some questions, I invite you to connect with me. You can book a call or just send me a message on the website. There's a chat feature and I'll get that message directly. And if it seems like there might be a good fit for this system to help grow your business and free up your time and your attention for your family, then I would love to be able to be a part of that story. You started your business to provide for your family, not to become its prisoner. So don't let another weekend slip by. It's time to build a business that serves your family.